One of Fortuna's selling points was Kitguns, brand new modular secondary weapons, and for the longest time the Catchmoon reigned supreme. Not only for secondary weapons, but for weapons in general, it was simply that powerful. And then came a nerf, which was totally justified, and then another nerf which was less justified, and then a final nerf which honestly was exaggerated. But the question is, can a Primary Catchmoon still pack a punch, or is it just a has-been? Hey guys, welcome back. As always, my name is Leyzar, and today we're going to be diving deeper into the Catchmoon chamber, this time primary version. As per the usual, I'm going to have a cheap build, something affordable that anybody can build, but we also got a souped up setup with a Riven, Prime mods, the works. That said though, please keep in mind that my builds and guides usually take a new player friendly approach. I like to take my time and explain a lot of the aspects that veteran players should already be accustomed to. So in case you're a vet and you already know most of this stuff, please bear with me. And with that out of the way, let's jump into the Catchmoon. Let's begin by checking out how the weapon handles without any mods equipped, and for that, just a couple of free shots. The Catchmoon is perhaps one of the most famous kit guns, and it still retains some of its key aspects. First of all, you still got a projectile which has body punch through, my friends. Body punch through, but it will not grow through walls or through the floor or anything of the sort, unfortunately. Upon contact with a hard surface, it seems to be detonating, but that's just a visual effect. As you can see, it doesn't deal any actual damage. Now, normally with most weapons in Warframe, with like 99.6% I want to say of weapons in Warframe, you want to aim for the head, but unfortunately the headshot multiplier was removed in one of the nerfs, just like it was for the Arca Plasma. But again, you still have body punch through, so there's that. Now, my build for this specific Catchmoon is with Tremor and with Splat. You can see that in the actual design of the weapon. I would recommend Tremor, first of all, and second of all, Splat or Killstream, depending on your own preferences. Basically, it's the same weapon, but with Killstream, you get a slightly faster reload time, but less magazine capacity. As you can see, my friends, this is a shotgun, and it's fully automatic. So that's fantastic, isn't it? And that's pretty much it for functionality. Again, the build is Tremor, together with Splat or Killstream, depending on your preferences. That's what I would recommend for something like this. Now, my weapon has been formatted a total of 6 times, and as soon as you finish building your Catchmoon, it's gonna be mod capacity 30 out of 30. Jump into actions, plug in the Auto King Catalyst, and double your mod capacity. You can pay 20 plat to have one installed, you can grind it from Nightwave, and you can also get a blueprint from the Daily Sortie, so bear that one in mind. Like I said, I got 6 forma in mind. Normally you get to choose one polarity when you guild the weapon. You can go for a V symbol, and for the weapon build I'm recommending you guys 3 V symbols should be enough. So basically you gotta format about 3 times depending on the build that you chose. Accuracy on this one, 5.9. That is bad. That is honestly bad. Allow me to show you why that is bad. Let's go multi-shot. So as you can see, these are shotgun mods because this is a shotgun. So we're gonna go like so. I want to show you the accuracy even without Vicious Spread, and then I'll show you with Vicious Spread, just so you can understand exactly what is the effect of Vicious Spread. As you can see, it kind of goes all over the place, but these are still pretty thick projectiles for the most part. Okay, so basically you are going to be hitting your target, and there's no real need to be very precise with the weapon because, again, it doesn't have any headshot multiplier, so there you go. That does not mean we're not going to go for headshots, and I'm going to tell you why that is just a tad later. Now, let's try with Vicious Spread, Vicious in the Spread. There we go. This one is very powerful, actually, 90% damage and 60% spread. Now, things get a little bit kooky now. Let me show you. You see that? Some of the projectiles are bouncing completely off the crosshairs. It's really up to you. Again, it's a shotgun that doesn't have any headshot multiplier. From my humble point of view, it's fine with Vicious Spread and multi-shot. Alright, let's talk critical chance. Of course, the stats from now on will depend on what kind of build you went for your Catchmoon. Again, this is the build that I recommend for you guys. Critical chance, a whopping 35%. That is fantastic. And the critical multiplier is above average as well at 2.3x, which is absolutely amazing. The issue with critical chance and critical damage is that it's a shotgun, and D still refuses to give us Primed Blunderbuss. Why? It's too powerful, No such thing as too powerful in Warframe. Come on, let us shoot him. That's not important. What is important, however, is the fall off between 20 and 40 meters. Again, from my point of view, that is enough. But there is a mod which will help you with this, and the good news is that it's in the weapon Excellus or Plexilus mod. So I don't know, I'm so confused. Is it Excellus or is it Plexilus? Because they said it was Plexilus and then it's Excellus anyway. Fatal acceleration with 40% projectile speed. Now, this will help you greatly in aiming, I was about to say, but again, it doesn't really matter if you hit it in the foot or you hit it in the head. It's basically the same thing, but you get better fall off, so there you go. Fatal acceleration is best in slot in this case, or you can go with vigilante supplies if you have ammo issues. And sometimes I do have ammo issues, but of course you can get your ammo back in a number of different ways. Fire rate of 3, which is nice. Magazine of 11. Again, if you go for Killstream, I believe this one will go down to 7, but your reload will go down to 1.3 or 1.4 from 1.7. Again, it's negligible, really. I think it's more about aesthetics at this point, because basically that represents your magazine on the weapon. Multi-shot of 1, no is alarming. Riven disposition, still 1. Why? Why? Still 1. Come on. It's not that powerful anymore. Stop playing with it. Stop. Let the Riven disposition go back up. Of course, I do not recommend Rivens for Dispo 1 weapons, but we do have a Riven to showcase for this one. Status chance of 13%, which, let's be honest, is not fantastic. Depending on the build, you can get the status chance to go higher, but from my point of view, it's not really worth it. Let's talk damage. Impact and heat, not bad. Heat right now in Warframe is the most powerful single elemental you can get. And with that out of the way, let's jump into a standard build. And we got damage with point blank, multi-shot with Hellish Chamber, critical chance, critical damage combo between Blunderbuss, Laser Sight, and Ravage. Of course, initially we're gonna go with the normal mods, then we're gonna switch to Prime mods. If you got Prime mods, just go for Prime mods. Pack Seeker, well, you can go for Pack Seeker or Pack's Charge. These two, Soar and Bolt, the reason I don't have them is basically they don't really affect the weapon's performance. Honestly, Pack Seeker on this one is not as powerful as it used to be. You can go with Pack's Charge and simply resolve any ammo issues. But for the sake of a little bit more DPS, we're gonna go with Pack Seeker. Going Pack Seeker will also mean that you gotta aim for the head, so bear that one in mind. Hunter Munitions is here. Big surprise and all that. Moving on, viral on the weapon. Who'd have thunk it? I know. Toxic Barrage and Frigid Blast. Don't worry, we're gonna try Corrosive too. But initially, my friends, and mathematically speaking, this is the build that should provide better results. It's a critical build, critical chance, critical damage with Hunter Mumu. Now, Laser Sight you might not have. This is true. Yes, it's an event-only mod from the Acolyte event, which rolls around either once a year or twice a year, or how many times the decides it should roll. Normally once a year or twice a year. But from the trade chat, you're looking at about 10 plat. Basically, this is the Argon scope of shotguns. You do need it 120%, a lot more than Blunderbuss with 90%. Essentially, with a base of 35%, if you put 120%, you get 42%, meaning we go to 108.5% critical chance as long as Laser Sight is up. On headshot, by the way, okay, headshot, you get how that one works, even though there is no multiplier. So let's test out the weapon, and then we're gonna change out the build, try to get better performance and all whatnot. Level 120, Corrupted Heavy Goon, the ever so benchmark, such as benchmark. Alright, we're gonna go straight for headshots. I'm gonna use the punch through as well. Boom, boom, baby. Oh yeah, looks beautiful. And then take a look. Hey, come on, that's not bad. That is definitely not bad. The reason why I'm aiming for the head, again, I got Laser Sight, I want to keep it up for the most part, that's the reason. And in case I kill somebody with a, well, headshot, I can get the Pack Seeker bolt. But honestly, Pack Seeker is so not worth on this weapon, because as you can see, it doesn't pack a huge punch anymore. Honestly, it does not. The slashes can get up to pretty high amounts depending on how many vital procs you manage to get on your target. And this would be a way you can build this former fantastic weapon. It's not a bad weapon still, but it's not fantastic anymore. Definitely not. Now, I know a lot of you guys are still fans of Corrosive. Just between you and me, I'm still a fan of Corrosive. My personal builds usually use Corrosive, even though I know it's not more powerful than Hunter Mumu Viral. Alright, mathematically, it's not more powerful, but I still like Corrosive, so sue me. Let's go Corrosive, shall we? Here's the thing. Hunter Munitions without Viral on this weapon is basically pointless because the value of your ticks will be very, very small without those Viral procs. So bear that one in mind. So what we're going to be doing is the following. No more Frigid Blast, no more Hunter Mumu. We go Corrosive. Yes, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Corrosive with Shell Shock. If you don't have this one, you can farm it from the planet Nilgar. Planet Eris, mission not Elgar, find all the free secret caches. Then upon extraction, you got a 5% chance at this one or the primary weapon version, well, the rifle version, which is high voltage. Honestly, if you see Battle bring the 60/60 electricity mods, make sure you have a copy of each, especially Voltaic, Strike, and Jolt, because those are only brought by Battle key tier. Alright, so we got this, we got corrosive on the weapon. What I can also do is go for more damage or more multi-shot. For example, what I can do is go with Blaze. I know you guys love Blaze. Blaze, fantastic, yay, heat right now and damage, woo, woo, woo. Yes, definitely, woo, woo, woo. But still, if I go with heat, basically it's on the same level of procs as my corrosive. Not something I really want right now. So instead I can go with Vicious Spread, for example. I can also get more multi-shot on the weapon. Multi-shot like so. Of course, Vicious Spread is gonna be the best option in this case scenario. But of course, what you can also do is go with Prime Charge Shell. If you got this one, go with the Primed in the Charge and the Shell. But still, go with Vicious Spread as well. Okay, fine. Now that I thoroughly confused you, yes, use Prime Charge Shell if you have it. Basically, that was the message. We're gonna go to the level 120 Corrupted Heavy Goon. Boom, baby, boom. Oh yeah, such damage. Wait, hold on. Such damage, here we go, yeah. Nah. Sadly not, my friends. Even though Corrosive should be outperforming when shooting Ferrite Armor, dear Digital Extremes. This is Ferrite Armor. Why can't Corrosive win at least against Ferrite Armor? As you can see, it kind of takes a while to kill a target. And I know there are plenty of other more powerful primary weapons than this. And you can change the build, the actual components of the gun. You're not gonna see a huge difference, trust me on that one. Perhaps you believe that if we had Hunter Munitions, you don't like my argument with the very low slash values. Very well, let me show you. By all means, my friends, let me show you. Seeing is believing. Oh, what? Newt. What did I say? Hunter Munitions, yes, Mumu. Everybody's favorite Mumu. Hunter. I dislike this mod so much. Hate? No, I don't hate it. It's too much to say that I hate a mod in Warframe. But I do dislike it heavily. There you go, Hunter Mumu with Corroso. I don't even know. Oh, yes, I am supposed to go for the head for the thingy. A laser sight. See the values? 500, 500, 900. You don't see the thousands anymore because you don't have vital procs to increase the damage, the value of those sticks. Here's a cool little thing that you should know. Basically, right now, if I get a vital proc on the target while it's ticking down like that, the value of the ticks would instantaneously go through the roof. Well, okay, fine, not through the roof. They would just be higher, depending again on how many procs you would get. So that's kind of how... Oh, look! My arcane was useful. You saw that? You must have saw that. My arcane was just useful. Okay, for the first time. So I know I started off with Seeker because from a DPS perspective, you should go with Seeker. But honestly, considering how hard it is to kill a target, I would just go with Pax Charge. My friends, you can change up the build however you wish. By all intents and purposes, I don't know everything, but it's simply not all that powerful right now. Sadly. Now, there's still more things that we can do, right? Perhaps you still love the Catchmoon, like I still love the Catchmoon. Let's go back to Vital. Okay, we're gonna need some cold. Cold, yes, Hunter Mumu, of course. And let's put in some Prime mods, okay? So instead of the normal Ravage with a measly 60% critical damage, would go Prime Ravage, 110, that is a huge leap. And of course, Prime Point Blank, instead of the normal 90%, we go 165%. Now that's a pretty huge jump, 4.x critical multiplier and a whole lot more damage. Perhaps now it will be better. And yes, of course it's better, but just a little bit better, not a whole lot better. I know you guys want to see Prime mods, no Riven setup, even though Riven disposition is like boom, boom, boom. There you go. There you go. There you see that value? See that value of the slash? Fantastic. 2,000, 3,000. Absolutely phenomenal considering how well it performed earlier. Yeah. Slash Vital. What do you know? That is the build that you should go for this one as well. When it comes to Rivens, we can talk all day long about the ideal Riven. Oh, almost a 5,000 slash on that one. When it comes to the ideal role right now, considering that the Riven disposition is only one, I honestly don't think it matters all that much. But if you guys love the Catchmoon and you simply want to get the best Riven you can get for this one, in this combination in specific, I would go for something like Critical Chance, especially considering that we don't have Primed Blunderbuss, right? And maybe you can drop Laser Sight if you manage to get to 100%. That's not going to be possible, though, with a Riven disposition of only one. Because take a look at this. Right now, I have this Riven, Critical Chance, Critical Damage minus Puncture. The weapon does not have Puncture, therefore, that negative is 100% harmless. Thank you so much for the loan on this one, Player Buster number 1. Right, so I know I got 42% from this one, right? So I'm going to 108.2%. So you're still gonna have to use one crit mod at the very least. After you get your 100% crit chance, critical damage is good, but multi-shot above everything else. So the ideal Riven would look something like this. Multi-shot, critical chance, and a harmless negative, because again, you are looking at only a dispo of 1. And you gotta make sure you got your guaranteed crits between the Riven and the crit mod that you're going for. I hope that made sense. So let's test out the weapon like so with Pack Seeker. Yeah, Pack Seeker is so useful in this case. Maximum. Okay, it will be useful to lower level targets, okay, which die easier. You'll see the bolts flying everywhere and they will deal damage. Not a whole lot of it, but still, they will deal damage. Yeah, that is better. What do you know? More critical chance, more critical damage. What can I tell you? It does make a difference. And you can also see the orange slashes because, of course, I am going a little bit over 100%. Crit chance with this one. And that's pretty much it for a Riven setup as well. Yes, a Riven will still make a difference if you manage to get the right roll, but OP rolls, even OP rolls, I think they're called God rolls or Super Saiyan rolls or something like that, depending on how good the roll is. Even though that the disposition is only 1 on this one, Riven traders will be asking a whole lot of plat for fantastic rolls for this weapon, because at the end of the day, the disposition can go up, right? I don't understand, why doesn't it go up? It's not that fantastic anymore. Honestly, it is not. The Tomb Finger, though, well, that's a different kettle of fish, which we will be talking about probably next time. One more thing that we can do, my friends, bump up everything with Warframe buffs. And for that, we're going to be using the ever so lovely Lady Mirage Prime. Up until this point, I didn't use a build, okay? So I didn't cheat with any Warframe buffs. But now, let's cheat with a whole lot of Warframe buffs. I love this part. I don't know why that is, but I love this part. Corrosive Projection, yay! Big surprise. I know, right? Big surprise. When it comes to Arcanes, though, you can go for Arcane Rage in this case. Arcane Rage applies to all primary weapons in Warframe. On headshot, a 15% chance for plus 180% damage to primary weapons for 24 seconds. And the second Arcane, you can go with Avenger. From my point of view, this is the most powerful offensive Arcane in Warframe right now. On damage, a 21% chance for plus 45% critical chance for 12 seconds. Both of these Arcanes are farmed from the third Eidolon down on Cetus. It's important to know that Avenger grants its bonus to your primary, secondary, and to your as well. Now you can also do the following trick. You get yourself a Sentinel. You probably know this by now, but I'll still hammer it in because it's necessary. Any Sentinel will do. Make sure that the fashion is correct. The fashion was not correct. There we go. Fashion is correct. And on that Sentinel's weapon, make sure you have all the Vigilante mods to get that 20% chance to enhance critical hits from primary weapons. Even if your Sentinel dies and never comes back to life, you're still going to be getting that bonus. So bear that one in mind. Now, it's kind of customary to bump up the level of the targets to level 150. What you need to understand that ever since the scaling changes, that doesn't make a huge difference anymore. Honestly, it does not. Unpause the eye so they can hit me and I can get my buffs. And finally, my friends, Mirage's free ability for a fantastic damage increase, as well as her ever so lovely colognes. Awesome Warframe. Honestly, wow, red crits. Awesome. Because of the 20% chance to enhance critical hits, basically an orange one was made. Look at that! Pack Seeker! Hey! Awesome. Come on, kill it. Kill it. No, it's not gonna happen. Okay, fine. Did you see the Pack Seeker bolts? Therefore, more DPS. More DPS, Laser. I tried to sell off Pack's charge in my previous videos, and people were like, yes, but it does deal more DPS. Fine. It's actually true, you know, it does deal more DPS. And it's kind of time for me to draw some very difficult conclusions. Honestly, I don't have a thing for powerful weapons in Warframe because I played through all of the content that Warframe has to offer and I fully understand the amount of power necessary to complete basically everything. I still love the Catchmoon. Is it as powerful as it used to be? Not even close. Not by a mile. Keep in mind that the Catchmoon basically outperformed basically almost all weapons in Warframe back in its heyday and all whatnot. This does not mean that this is not a great weapon. It's still very easy to use because basically you got body punch, okay? You just aim the weapon slightly at the enemy's direction and now you also have an excuse not actually to aim for headshots if you want to, okay? You just can say, hey, it doesn't have any headshot multiplier, so I don't care. But of course, if you're using something like laser sights or the arcane, it will matter. And I think, my friends, that is pretty much it. As always, my name has been Leyzar. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, favorite, share, and subscribe if you enjoy the content. And if you got any sorts of feedback for me, by all means, I would love to read it in the comment section down below. Also in the comment section down below if you got any particular content ideas. Now, in all honesty, I can't exactly promise you that it'll be done by next time or even within a week, because normally these things take a little while to make, but I can promise you that I will be reading for each and every comment. You can also find me on Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, all the usual places. And if you love the content, consider supporting us via Patreon. Until next time, my friends, bye-bye.